Partnered by Times Influence.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Economic Times in conversation with Asian business leaders, where I'm in conversation with the heads of top organizations and they tell me a little bit about their leadership mantras, what makes them tick and how they motivate their employees to go the extra mile. On this episode, I'm in conversation with the MD of the Wadhwa Group, Navin Makhija. The Wadhwa Group is among the top players to contend with in Mumbai's rapidly evolving commercial and residential real estate landscape. Managing Director Navin Makhija has led the group's expansion across Maximum City, and we explored the personal and professional leadership philosophies that guide his approach to achieving business excellence. Now I want to turn the spotlight a little inward. So you've had almost over 15 years of experience in the real estate sector. How did that journey start?
Mr. Wadhwa, who's the chairman of this organization, he had just when I was in college asked me to join the organization. He gave me all the right learnings, he gave me all the right experiences, allowed me to make mistakes, and supported me with all my decisions, and real estate is what I know.
And is this something that you carry on in your leadership mantra, this part where you said, you were allowed to make some mistakes to learn?
Real estate or any business, if it has to flourish, cannot happen without a great team. And a great team cannot perform if you don't empower them and trust them. So in my simple form of leadership is to get the right people. Also, our team is very, very young in terms of age, but the kind of empowerment they have, I'm pretty sure a lot of organizations, senior heads at the age of 50, 52 may not have. Real estate is a very evolving. You need to keep learning. I mean, it's not something where it's not like manufacturing. Once your processes are set, the ride is easy.
A lot of things change in the sector itself, plus an impact from other sectors, other events. How are you leading the company as an MD at the top? How are you kind of ensuring that the company sails through the rough times as well as the good times?
We want to make sure that there is a particular size of work we want to do. Whether it's good time or bad times, we really don't want to go beyond that. And once you're there in that zone of X footage which you want to deliver, then you're able to monitor that. And yes, there are uncontrollable items, there are uncontrollable environments outside. But since the scale of operations, like we are only in Mumbai, we are not in slum rehabilitation. So kind of conscious decisions of being in particular area or particular zone and in a particular authority kinds of makes it easy for us. With demonetization, with the GST and the new DCR and the RERA, we feel that a number of developers going forward will reduce. There's a lot of work, there'll be a lot of consolidation which will happen. Now, one thought is that, okay, look at other large projects, go outside Mumbai, go into other cities, other metros. The other is that the industry itself shrinking. Number of developers are going to shrink. Why not to focus on your homegrown market where people know you, where there is a trust which is there. A lot of developers, when we meet, looking at doing things across the city, across everywhere in India, I would say. We consciously, as I said, stuck to Mumbai, stuck to our strengths. Our strength is residential development. Our strength is in the 15 to 25,000 price bracket. Our strength is in commercial development. So we stuck to that. We look at opportunities within this zone. And it's not that we need to look at other opportunities as if these are going to end. These are, in fact, I think only going to keep coming more. Today we evaluate more than 8 to 10 proposals kind of every month, and out of these 8 to 10 proposals, 7 to 8 proposals are of co-developers. So this just goes to show that there's a lot of consolidation happening, and there's enough and more coming in this space for us to look at anything outside this.
Navin, when we look about the way ahead in 2018 for the Wadhwa Group, what are some of the upcoming projects or new projects that you're starting, and what are any new areas that you're getting into in Mumbai?
We are launching 6 new projects. One is in Kandivali, one is in Goregaon, one in Chembur, one in Dadar, one in Thane. So there are few projects. They'll all start in the next 3 to 6 months, and they're all residential. We're starting one commercial asset as well, and this itself would be close to 2 million square foot of development. And we are launching our flagship project in Panvel, which is an affordable housing project. That will be our first project in sort of a township development. It's a new zone where we are entering, and we've really worked hard for the last 3-4 years on that project.
I need you to look into your crystal ball and tell me your thoughts on what the real estate sector could look like in the next 2 years. What do you see 2020 for real estate in India?
So I think the confidence in real estate in terms of buyers will only increase, and with RERA coming in, it will only allow people to believe in under construction. If you ride these 2 years as a developer, you are in for a great time ahead. Yes, real estate is no longer going to be the way it used to be, where inefficiency paid, where people delayed projects and prices kept on going. People will have to build in these 2 years an organization like a manufacturing setup where projects can be delivered quicker, cost could be in control, your margins are not going to be as like what it used to be, margins are going to reduce. You need to get more certainty to your business, you need to get more clarity in terms of what you want to do. I would not say conservative, but be realistic in your approach in the next 2 years. Manage your cash flow as well, and which is not going to be easy given the kind of ride this industry has had in the last 5 years. I'm sure that the next decade of real estate is going to be as good as it was in the 2002 to 2012 period. We see a lot of developers starting something and then midway trying to change plans and doing so. So I think you have to be more realistic in your assumptions. You have to make what the client needs and not think that I'm making this and there will be somebody who's going to buy that. But
you had this very interesting proprietary design philosophy called Ventilate. Now, what is that and why is it so unique?
When we say design is not about for us of what material we use, what marble we use, what facade we use. It's about how we make each design close to nature. So Ventilate is basically how we get light, height and air. So we've kind of trained each one of us in the organization to look at each design with the perspective of making sure that there's enough light, there's enough height and there's enough natural air flowing into each and every apartment or whatever we do. Each and every time we look at designs as to how can it be close to Mother Nature. So that goes down right from the chairman to the lowest level at the person at site, making sure that that concept of design remains throughout the entire system.
I've seen that you have some amazing cricket memorabilia, you have some amazing certificates of marathon running. Any learnings from marathon or cricket that you kind of have brought in to work as well?
It's got me changed as a human, it's got patience in me, it's got me the mental strength, it's got me how to deal with pressures. It makes you mentally very strong. It makes you achieve things which you never thought you can achieve. So same things you apply in your business, same things you apply at home, and most important, it gets discipline in your daily life.
All right, now Navin, before I let you go, we have this fun section that I end an interview with. It's a little rapid fire round. So I've got 5 questions for you. All right, let's go. If you could be a sports person, who would you be?
Rahul Dravid.
Why?
I just love him. I mean, I think he is, I think not only for his game, but I think his attitude, his commitment, his discipline.
What's on top of your bucket list?
My 6 world major marathons.
What would be your one-line message to the world if you could put it out there on a billboard for everyone to read?
Whatever you do, give 100%, do it with passion, do it with pride and enjoy doing it.
And I mean, final question, any person that you look up to as an inspiration, as a leader, as someone that you're learning from, who is inspiring you?
I think for his innovation, Elon Musk is somebody who I think in our generation is somebody who's creating innovations of another level. He's just redescribing everything.
Well, those were some great insights from Navin Makhija, the MD of the Wadhwa Group. But it's time for a very short break. Up next, my colleague Pooja Jain seeks the perspective of another Asian business leader and luminary from the real estate sector. All that and more after this break. Stay with us.